6:30, Friday, July 24th. Weather today is going to be a beautiful day. Should be in the lower 80s with low humidity. So let's get started. Welcome in. Alberta will be presenting today, so we're going to kick it over to her. Make presenter. Alberta, can you request to take over? We have 3 of us on here for some reason.
Where would I find that? Oh, okay.
Should be good now.
Good morning. This week's code of conduct is be prompt, start on time, work appointments, projects, and etc. This week we're going to talk about eye protection. We've had an increase in eye injuries. ANSI standard is Z87.1 for our safety glasses. National Safety Standard Institute. Z87.1 is the standard that helps ensure personal eye and face protection, providing the necessary protection from impact and liquid splash exposure. Eye hazard examples. 2,000 eye injuries occur every day at work in the US. Construction workers have one of the highest eye injury rates. Hammering, grinding, sanding, and masonry work that may produce particles. Handling chemicals may lead to splashes in the eyes. Wet or powdered cement in the eye can cause chemical burn. Welding leads to exposure to arc flashes, intense UV radiation for welders, help, and bystanders. Dust or wind conditions can lead to particles in the eye, and coworkers around or above may generate the hazard. Types of eye protection that we have are standard Nemesis we have downstairs. We have in clear, dark, and amber. We have our green welding ones, when you're using the torch. We want to make sure we have those on. And over here is the Jackson's face shield. We are seeing this to be used most recently when anyone is trying to use the cutoff saw because of the flying pieces of metal or material that's in the air. We want to make sure this is on above our safety glasses so that it ensures that we're not getting pieces of metal or particle in our eyes. And also brush off anything in your hair or on your hard hat so that it's not coming down into your face. We also have the side shields for anyone that has prescribed lenses. And we also have it's more of a shield mask here in the blue. It's more of like a goggles. And then we have, last but least, is our over glasses. So you can use these to go over your prescribed lenses as well. Eye wash station, it's important. Go immediately to your eye wash station. Don't waste a second. Begin to flush. Hold your eye open with fingers, and then please call health and safety so that we know what's going on. And last line of defense that we want here, last line of defense, is our last protocol is we want to make sure we're going to an urgent care and getting this BioGlow procedure done. It rules out any more particles left in the eye if we're not able to flush them all out. They drop these BioGlow drops in the eye, and then they take a black light. And this is, as you can see, a really good example here of this green spot right here on the screen is showing you that there's particles in there. We might feel that we have gotten everything out of there, but it's always a good procedure that we're going to start following up with Champlain Medical, that we go over there and we rule out all debris in the eyes so that we're not having hours go by or even days and having this embedded into the cornea, and then we have serious issues.
Thank you, Alberta. Very informative. It's very important. Our eyes are super sensitive, and it's very important that we protect our eyes. So, excellent presentation, Alberta. Thank you for your your efforts on this, and I'll pass it over to Ken for the rest of our presentation today.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Alberta. Thank you, Matt. Do I have control yet? Here we go.
Yes, you do, Ken. There it is.
Yep, okay. All right, just a quick comment on the safety glasses. I have used the Shield, the goggle field there that has the a hard face, and it's great for doing things where there's a high impact with lots of flying debris, like doing jackhammering and that type of operation. And also on the glasses, the regular glasses, we do have available a cheater, not the cheater eyewear cheaters, but the bifocal lens on the bottom. Even they can be obtained in different strengths, so it really is helpful for people with older eyes.
That's correct.
So let's see. Here's the announcements of the week, which are the same announcement as the previous week or two, and it's getting really important because we're getting down to the deadline. I'll just start with the statement on the bottom line there. Please return the form to Sarah by 7/31, and that's next week, a week from today. And it's very important. I'm sure about now there's a list being developed of people who have not submitted this form. It's required by everybody in the company. And if you're on the list, you'll be tracked down and asked to fill it out immediately, because we have to turn it in. So it's just a form that you declare your health insurance status, and it's very simple to do. So if you haven't done it, you can do it right here by clicking the this link for the 2020 health declaration form on the email. You can check with the accounting department. They can get you a copy, or you can stop by, but please call ahead if you do stop by. So for new employees, we have a Mike Brink. I believe he started the week before last. And we also have a Justin Pitnaro. So welcome both of these guys. I have met Justin. I haven't met Mike yet, but hopefully they're being welcomed appropriately throughout the company. And if you don't recognize someone new, or if one of these guys, I hope that they also self-introduce themselves as they arrive. It makes things quick and easy to do it up front. And for the COVID policies, nothing has changed here recently, but as I said last week, we got to be on a bigger push to get on our game at a higher level, step it up here, because you know, there's nationwide, there's been a lot more cases, as we're hearing about in the news, and that's something we don't want around here in Vermont, and we certainly don't want it within the company. If it did, it would be you know, it could shut down. It has the potential to shut down the entire company, perhaps, but likely, you know, crews and that sort of thing. So we want to be able to isolate any problems. So try not to, or don't stop by just for visiting at the shops, at the tool crib, and so on in the office. Call ahead for what you need so it can be coordinated with minimal contact with the in-person contact. So for this week, we are highlighting a small project we did for Vermont Public Broadcasting up on the Scuttney Mountain, where we repaired a tower foundation. We were contracted with the Vermont Public Broadcasting to repair these deteriorated foundations which support a guide tower on a Scuttney Mountain. The tower consists of a guide tower, as I said, bearing on a single foundation supported directly on the bedrock. The site is located in the Scuttney Mountain State Park and is accessed by the road to the mountain summit. So the Scuttney Mountain is that taller Monadnock, they call it, near Windsor, in that area, just on the Vermont side of the interstate. And you'll see these towers. There's a couple structures up there, one big tower, pretty plain and obvious from the interstate, and it's a state park, so it's certainly a place that the public is welcome, so you could explore it and go hiking up there, and I think camping. So the repair consists of chipping the deteriorated concrete block 1 inch behind the existing rebar in 4 areas. So that we used a Sika Quick VOH, which was used for the vertical repairs because it stands up on a vertical surface, also made for overhead. And we also used a Sika Armatech 110 EPO-SEM for the bonding primer and for corrosion protection on the rebar. That's kind of an epoxy cement paste that goes on to protect the surface of everything and give you a bonding agent. You can see from the first picture here, there's some fairly severe cracks on the surface and sides of the structure. It's not a huge foundation. And the tower is it's a guide tower, so it's got just one support in the middle, but a high bearing pressure under that bearing plate. There's the plan and elevation view from the original drawings, and you see it's roughly 10-foot square and sits up, oh, it looks like almost 5 feet high, 5.5 feet or so. And then this is some of the chipping to expose rebar on one of the sides. Again, this is some of the chipping that was going. We had to work around the grounding wires and the cables going up to the tower. And there's some of the completed work after it was all repaired, with also some new grout packed in underneath the bearing plate. That's the completed work. From the photo archives, I got a kind of a similar type of mountain type project shown. This is the WCAX transmitting station construction on Mount Mansfield, in this case, back in the summer of 2005. Okay, well, I'll turn it back over to Matt, and I hope everyone has a safe day and a happy weekend. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Ken. And everybody, let's remember, let's not let our guards down. Let's keep our face masks when we're in the presence of others. Let's be safe out there. Thank you.